Hi, my name is Katie Shudden, and I'm an IT specialist at the VCU School of Pharmacy. And today I'm going to show you how to facilitate Zoom breakout rooms. Zoom breakout rooms have become really popular, and it can be used for a lot of different things. So, a couple examples from group exercises to foundation lab to TRATs. They've been used all over the board, and they're one of the most popular functions of Zoom lately. So first I wanted to introduce you to a resource that could be helpful that has a couple guides, some text-based guides that you might want to refer to. It's called the FARTech Classroom Support Document, and if you don't have a copy, feel free to send me an email at kshedden@vcu.edu. So here there are links to a couple of guides, one for students and one for faculty. And the reason why the student guide is actually important is because Zoom breakout groups are not automatic and they're not infallible. So they do rely on students logging in correctly using this process before they will be sorted. So it's important for them to know this step. So first, when you log into your Zoom classroom or your personal Zoom account, you want to make sure that you have this toolbar available to you. This is the host toolbar. If you don't, you'll need to make sure you claim host using the host key instructions to get started. Only the host is able to facilitate and start breakout rooms. So before we get started, I just wanted to recommend that you set any of your co-facilitators as co-hosts in the Zoom meeting. This will make sure in case you disconnect, there's someone to take the host capability, or you may want to take advantage of the new functionality that co-hosts have with breakout groups. So now co-hosts can actually move between breakout rooms without being assigned by a host, which can be really helpful. So now I'm going to show you a series of quick videos which illustrate the breakouts process. It can be difficult to understand the process without being able to actually see it. In this example, you can see that there are already a number of teams that have been assigned to groups because they've been pre-sorted. Dr. Donahoe is only leading one lab section, so a number of these groups will also be empty, as you can see. So I wanted to highlight one important feature that can easily be overlooked. It's a small detail. So Dr. Donahoe just hit the recreate button and then is going to hit recover to pre-assigned rooms and hit yes. It's important that you do this before opening up any of the breakout rooms because this will ensure that all students who have logged in correctly will be automatically sorted. So if you're noticing that there are a large number of students that haven't been sorted, it's possible you missed this step. So even when you have reassigned everyone automatically to their groups, there still may be some students who accidentally logged in the wrong way or don't realize that they're logged in with their MyMail account, for example. So here's a quick way to reassign them, as long as you've had them rename themselves. So as you can see here, the students have renamed themselves with their team number at the front of their name, and the student instructions will also give the students instructions for renaming themselves. So if the students have renamed themselves, go ahead and click this little blue number to the right of the team name, and then you will see this search box pop up. You can then type in the number 7 like I did to get this screenshot, and it will show you everyone who has the number 7 in front of their name. And then you can click the checkbox and they will be assigned quickly. This way you can sort through a huge number of students without having to individually one by one assign them. So now, once you're ready to get started, you can go ahead and open up your rooms. As you can see here, you can click the Assign To button to move any unsorted students to the correct room. If you realize you've made a mistake at any point, you can use the Assign To feature to move students to the correct room, and you may also want to use this feature to move facilitators between student groups. Next, I'm going to show you a couple of useful features that are helpful while in breakout rooms. First, as the host, you're able to broadcast a message across all breakout rooms. This is useful as you'll no longer be able to Zoom chat to other students and facilitators otherwise. So as you can see, it's here under Broadcasted Message to All once you've already opened the breakout rooms. When in breakout rooms, each breakout room's chat will be contained to their small group. So when sending a message to everyone, it will only go to the breakout. Participants will have the same abilities, including screen share, in their small groups. Students can also request help from a facilitator, and you'll see this message as the host. You can choose to close the message and send a co-facilitator to assist, or you can click the button to join. On the student side, they'll see a button on their toolbar to request help. It'll look like this. Lastly, when you're done with the breakout rooms exercise, you can close the rooms. You can set a custom amount of time for participants to be moved back, and the default is typically set between 30 and 60 seconds. Participants will get a pop-up message alerting them to the rooms closing in their breakouts, but will not be forced back into the main room until the time is up. Today, we've covered how to facilitate Zoom breakout rooms using pre-assigned groups and the fundamental functions available for breakout rooms in Zoom. It can be challenging to understand the process without trying it firsthand, so hopefully this was a helpful demonstration. And a big thank you to Drs. Donahoe and Crawford for providing the footage to make this possible. Thank you.